miners pretty much run the lower levels here.
Paradise, but I'll take this place over New Atlantis any day.
I heard they found another new freshwater deposit in one of the mines. So much
How's it going?
than
Can I help you?
ridiculous import price.
Invoices can be collected from the... Oh. Not...
Do you now? Well, I do wish I could help you, Captain, but Dr. Walker has been missing for some time.
A shame, too. We had such high hopes for Percival. Not the sort of work the Trade Authority traditionally does. But we thought it had the potential to become a whole new type of revenue.
I invested no small amount of...
But then he...
I presume the miners have him hidden somewhere.
But
At this point, it's probably...
That won't be necessary. The Trade Authority isn't interested in employ. But we would like the money he owes us, if you can convince him to pay his debt. Wonderful.
I suggest pay... If anyone knows where Percival is, the miscreants there would.
I think you should give it a few months. But what if it doesn't improve?
If you're gonna use the elevators or stairs to reach the other levels, try to keep them clean.
Broken Spear's upstairs. Go drown yourself there. This bar's for Devil's vets and their kin.
Doc Walker? Well, you're barking.
Andy, you. Why don't you come here and tell me what some Vanguard captain wants with Walker? Stray topsider wanders into my bar asking after a man like Percival Walker. Raises questions. What do you want with him? What? Someone give him the keys to a battle cruiser? Look, you can make up whatever crazy... Stop! Even if I did know where he was, I'm not... Huh. Maybe there is something you can do. Percival's got this debt put on him by the trade. You make that go away, prove you're a friend of him and the rest of us devil. Well... That's good to hear. Now, most straightforward way to take care of this debt would be to just saunter up to the authority and pay him direct. If you've got... Of course, rumor is the Trade Authority keeps... If someone was to break... Now...
Hey, you. Maybe a bounty hunter?
Demos Staryard acknowledges the efforts of its citizens to make our city a happy and productive place to work. Thank you for your...
Heard you talking with Lou, so you're going to help them? Oh, good, good. Listen, I know how you can do it without having to resort. Aqueous hematite. Mars is full of it. People think it's just garbage, but Percival and I, we've been working on some projects in the deep mines. At least when he wasn't slaving away at his Trade Authority con. But we stumbled on a way to make it useful. You give our research over to Octai at the Trade Authority, it should more than cover Well, yeah. We were never able to finish the research. Spacers moved in and ran us out. Started setting up shop. But if you can clear them out, then you can give it over to the Trade Authority. They'll get folks working in the deep mines again. jobs come back, I become a modern-day folk hero, then I don't have to sleep on an inflated spacesuit anymore. Great, great. So access to the deep mines can be found outside the city. We'd set up right near the main drill. Once you've managed that, phone up here on the comms panel, and I can walk you through finishing the research.
Deluxe condos aren't anything special.
Enemy detected. Recommending search and destroy.
Get some cover! Now!
Enemies not collecting.
You mess with me?
Enemies defeated. Congratulations.
It's too hot here!
Enemy forces reduced.
Light him up! Not going. need help here! Best you can do!
No hostiles detected. Cloaking detected.
Go ahead, leave, coward! One over here!
Canceling scan subroutine. Engaging combatants. executing. No hostiles detected.
If you show your face around here again! Figured it was nothing. What over here?
Yes!
Not like this.
Everyone, move up! Beg for mercy! We'll pay for that. Not worth dying over!
Hello? Oh, took care of the spacers, huh? Good. For research, you're gonna need to collect a sample of hematite to run through the thresher. Grab a laser cutter and head back to the chamber where you came in. Once you've got a sample, Thresher's the big machine in the next room. Passcode to start it is Ares 2330. Take care of all that, and we'll have Percival's name cleared in no time.
Noted. Auxiliaries posture degrades with increased carry weight.
Password accepted. Initiating analysis. Compound analysis complete. Adding to existing notation. Collating. Process complete. You may collect your documentation.
All set? Good. You can take the elevator in that room back to the surface. There should be a key stashed in the thresher room, if the spacers didn't make off with it. I'll be waiting at the circle.
governor's office is right out there on the main level doesn't mean it's not. The Lux condos aren't anything special.
Yo, hey, what's up? You looking to do some shopping here? I'm Manaki. Feel free to ask me anything and I'll do my best to help you. Cool. Let's... See you around.
Sold out in a record 0.8 seconds. Hot off their latest album, already scalped ticket prices.
Crime's at an all-time low around Sidonia.
You've got the slate. Let me see. Reduced joint wear? Oh, increased lifting capacity. A dose of this stuff could make a miner way more efficient. This formula's gotta be worth at least as much as whatever person... Okay, so here's what you do. Tell Octai and the Trade Authority, and that you'll trade... Oh, this is gonna be great. Oh, and here, a copy of the formula for yourself, in case you ever want to try maximizing your own industrial output. Oh, use that if you can. Good luck.
Was there something else? I'm never one to turn away an opportunity, but I'd be...
Aqueous hematite, iron and wastewater. Well, I'm not surprised no one has proposed something like this before.
And exactly what does this... An interesting proposal, if your data pans out. But where's this hematite coming from? The active mines would be too expensive. The deep mines could be an option.
Is that so?
Well now, that is intriguing. A completely untapped resource pool, and the sort of utility every mining firm in Sidonia would be clamoring to get their hands on. We could contract out all the actual lab work, bring on one of the hungrier mining concerns for materials, the licensing fees alone. And think what it would do for our image with the general populace. This mine, reopen. And what do you want for the rights to...
Dr. Walker's dead? That's it? Consider it wiped.
Well, it seems we... And here, a finder's fee from the authority. A perfectly reason. Wouldn't want you feeling short. We'll just be taking that slate...
Only employees of the Starbase Mining Division are authorized to mine resources in and around Sidonia. It is your civic duty to report any unauthorized mining.
Yeah? Did you know? My end of the bargain then, I suppose. He's holed up in the old Red Devil's HQ. Place was sealed up tight after the UC shuttered our unit, but we snuck him in the back entrance through the deep mines. Was also going to warn you about spacers down there. But it sounds like you might have already tossed... Here, the passkey. And I'll let him know there's someone he owes one hell of a thank you on their way down.
Found a clutch of heat leeches?
increasing. Dexterity variable.
Can't say I don't appreciate it, but I doubt you came all this way just to do me a favor. Now you want to explain to me why you're going around harassing nefarious old men by wiping away their hard-earned debts? Tissue sample? You came all the way down here for that? Must be some damn important cells. You want to tell me what I'm about to be staring at? A fast-growing pteromorph. That is concerning. Who exactly told you to bring this to me? Hadrian. She gave you this? If she made you come all the way for this... Let's get inside. I need to see these cells.
Gonna ask you to not touch anything. Got some projects in the works down here. I wasn't expecting guests. Oh, and Lou mentioned how you took care of the dead. Can't say I'm thrilled the Trade Authority got their mitts on the research, but I guess that's the price you pay not to live in a cave the rest of your days. All queued up. Let's gaze into this abyss, shall we? All right, just get those cellular markers tagged. Wait, where are the markers? This can't be right. This sample, it's Londinian. I'll need to get this all in a slate. Adrian really gave you this sample. You're not lying to me? Because if you told me this was a hoax, and it'd be the best damn fake I've ever seen, I'd be mad and very, very relieved. Can't just humor an old man, huh? This sample, it's got all the indicators of the worst pteromorph attack in human history. I presume you've heard of Londinian. It was an entire city wiped off the map. The swarms were so bad, they had to blow the spaceport and seal the place off from the galaxy at large. Not a lot of samples made it off the world from the time of the attack, but the ones that did, well, they looked just like this one. I didn't detect any of the telltale signatures this specimen ever sat on a ship while it was alive, either. I don't think it was transported to Tal Ceti. This specimen, it grew there, faster than any pteromorph should. Which means, if we're about to start a new era in human-pteromorph relations, where big, sudden Londinian-style attacks can happen outside Londinian, that's not gonna end well for humanity. So, you lugged this bad omen all the way here. You want to tell me what your plans are for it now? The circle, huh? Here, faster if we take the lift to the surface. Not supposed to use it, but given the circumstances, I'm inclined to just ask forgiveness. Let's get going.
Always nice to kick back in the broken spear after a long day.
Ever been to Aquila?
Is that really her? Hadrian.
Percival. My God, look at you. You're an old man now.
You're no hassling yourself anymore, Major. Our friend here showed me your sample. Suffice it to say...
Not here. Let's talk somewhere more private. Lou said we could use the back. Lou gave me the abridged version of what went down. Yeah, I can't thank you enough for taking care of all that.
Makes two of us.
I hope it ultimately didn't end up being too much trouble. Well, that's certainly not what I was expecting you'd have to go through. But thank you. I'm just glad you both came through intact. So, were you two able to get that workup together?
Got it right here. That sample? It's an exact match for the ones from Londinian.
Londinian. That's exactly what I was afraid of.
Not thrilled to be the bearer of that kind of news. That's for damn sure. So tell me you've got some kind of plan for that workup.
Well, right now, we've got more questions than answers. So I've been trying to figure out what it's gonna take to access our old Terramorph data.
Good place to start. What'd you find?
It's in the archives.
The Armistice Archives? Doesn't that mean we'd be dealing with the Cabinet? And the Freestar Collective? And House Varun somehow? Guess we can kiss that approach goodbye.
I didn't think the Cabinet would be willing to hear us out either. But I called in some favors. They've agreed to hear us out on two conditions. One, they want to see this analysis you two have procured. And two, they want to discuss what happened on Tau Ceti. With both of us. Well, that's about the best news I've had all day. But before you commit, I want to make sure you know the whole story. Percival and I, we're not just researchers. We were military scientists, ran a division of the UC together that deployed aliens on the battlefield as weapons.
Place I was hiding out. That was our unit's home base.
After some early fits and starts at other facilities, the place eventually became the heart of UC xeno-warfare. A practice that's been banned ever since the armistice went into effect almost 20 years ago. And the UC military cut us loose for what we'd done. Oh, well, that means a lot. It's not something I'm exactly proud of. But it was during that assignment that the UC asked us to explore deploying terramorphs on the battlefield. The project never got off the ground, but the data our team gathered is now sitting in the archives, along with all the other information banned after the Colony War. Under the watchful eye of monitors from all the galactic factions still participating in regular politics. But if we can convince the Cabinet to help us access that data, it'll give us the tools we need to decipher what exactly this sample might mean. And hopefully, how to prevent more attacks like the one that spawned it. All right. I'm gonna go get this work.
Good luck. You two are gonna need it.
In order to avoid injury, please report any spills or unsafe conditions on the upper level to the Sidonia Department of Public Works.
The miners pretty much run the lower levels here.
Has her face off with the UC Spacers and leading an assault on Varun Zealots.
Ain't you brave? Coming to see it going.
Captain! Over here. The workup's in the cabinet's hands. But listen, I know I should have... So, my relationship with the UC, I am a clone of a man named Francois Sanon, one-time fleet admiral of the UC during the Colony War. They called him Ve Victus. Woe to the defeated, in Old Earth Latin. A title he earned. The program I was a part of, it was the UC's attempt to create a new generation of military minds from one of their most respected tacticians. Secure the leadership of the UC military for generations to come. He would have happily told you he was one of the greats. Ultimately, though, it didn't matter. The man I was cloned from, my father, was executed for acts he committed during the war. The man caused a lot of death, on both sides. Freestar Collective and UC. Military and civilians. And the things he did, well, they're a part of the reason the UC and Freestar Collective aren't really on great terms to this day. So my involvement, it could be another obstacle they throw at us up there. I really... You know, while we've got us... Or if you've got any last-minute business. No telling how long the cabinet's... Then I guess it's just a matter of...
The cabinet meeting is about to begin. All parties, please proceed to the cabinet chambers.
Sounds like our...
Ah, Captain. Congratulations on joining the ranks of the Vanguard. Ah, welcome. You must be the captain Hadrian mentioned in her report. You have our thanks for the risks you faced in securing this information.
Oh, I'm sure she did.
Yes, well, precisely how urgent is what I hope we'll determine here today. So now, we have two petitioners here making a surprising request. Access to the UC Xeno Warfare Team's Terramorph data, currently housed in the Armistice archives. A request which will require not just this body's agreement, but that of all three Armistice signatories. UC, Freestar Collective, and House Varun. Now, Captain, we've all read Hadrian's report on the subject, but we have yet to hear from you. Perhaps you could summarize for the Cabinet what it is...
That's quite the leap, Captain. Madam President, I object to the very premise of this meeting. While no one would argue that what happened on Tau Ceti was anything less than a tragedy, terramorph attacks are not some sudden new threat on the horizon. They've been happening for generations. To demand we hand over banned archival knowledge and possibly upset the balance of galactic diplomacy because of a single attack seems at best panic. And at worst, a power grab by the daughter of a bloodthirsty warmonger and her associates.
I would remind the chief diplomat who he's speaking to. If it's my father you're looking to address, you're welcome to consult a medium. I would also ask how many deaths the cabinet requires to act. 50? 50,000? Because if tragedies like Tau Ceti are just prelude to more attacks, I have no doubt you'll get the body count you require.
Let's keep this civil, shall we? And while there should be no doubt the preservation of life stands paramount among this body's duties, Chief Yassine has a point. Will a single attack, however troubling, be sufficient to convince the other factions to grant us access to what they know? I don't think it's enough. Perhaps you can help, Captain, as the one who actually...
Just taking her word for it as well, then.
So it would seem. So then, Captain, given the discussion now and the information you've been privy to thus far, if you were in our position, would you grant the request made to open the archives?
I'm inclined to agree.
As am I.
Well, I am not.
I've heard nothing here to convince me that we should do anything but wait. And I will not risk galactic peace on a question of...
Yes, a fair assessment, Chief Diplomat. So then, while the data you two have presented is compelling, I think we can safely say it's insufficient for the level of action you've requested. What was that?
Attention. Attention. An incident has occurred. Facility lockdown engaged.
Incident? Chief Sarkin, what's happening?
There's been an attack at the spaceport. Terramorphs.
Terramorphs. More attacks. Just as predicted.
Good God.
There must be another explanation. The creatures evaded our scanner somehow.
There will be plenty of time for conjecture later. Chief Sarkin, order the evacuation of the spaceport and have your men contain the things, but do it discreetly. The last thing we need is a citywide panic.
Yes, ma'am.
Admiral Logan, the local barracks can provide support?
I'll make the order myself. Nearest anti-Xeno squad, though, is off-world. Going to take a while to bring them in.
Well then, we'll have to make do with the tools we've got. You...
We're supposed to get out of the spaceport.
I want you both on the next train there. We'll let them know you're coming, and that you've dealt with these things before. Now go show them how it's done.
We're on it, ma'am. Captain, I'm right behind
They said you're free to come and go.
You! The EM rifle, grab it!
That's
now!
it. Now hit him with everything
Stop!
we've got.
We're trying to help you! Please! I can't stop!
What are you doing? EM fire, Captain!
Thank God you got here when you did.
Yeah, what the hell happened back there, Captain? There's no excuse for using lethal force here. Sorry doesn't bring these people back. A crisis isn't licensed to cast aside. Now, the way those people were acting, I've seen this before.
I don't know. We tried to restrain them, get them on the train to get them out of harm's way, but some of the other officers down there, we couldn't restrain them fast enough. They just started firing on us. People...
Pheromonic projection. Some terramorphs, it affects everyone differently, but some people just lose control, turn against everyone around them, even if they don't want to. They're like a puppet. You kill the morph, you break the hold. But this means we're gonna need to be real careful with our fire, and keep that EM weapon at the ready. Let's do it.
That's unlocked. Please, do what you can. Evacuation order has been issued for the spaceport district.
Let's
All
move!
citizens are required to proceed to the nearest shelter.
shelter.
You might back up! Don't just stand there! Kill it!
You them are experts? We've got the remaining creatures locked down on the landing pad, but we're barely holding our perimeter. They said you've done this before. I've got one fire team to spare and whatever supplies you need, but I can't risk them taking over any more of my men. Put those things down and do it fast. We'll hold them as best we can.
Nothing's gonna save you. Captain, I'll watch your back. We made quick work of them, huh? That's the best you've got! Target down. Nice work, Captain.
Like hell it is. I don't want to...
Just glad we could rise to the occasion. Captain, we should report back to the President. Let her know the Terramorphs... Take care of yourself, Sergeant.
Attention. The spaceport has been secured. Safety precautions remain in place. Have the all clear signal before exiting your homes.
How the hell do Terramorphs get into the city?
That's a relief to hear. Thank you, gentlemen. Let your people all know how much we owe them today. Captain? Hadrian? It would appear that the Cabinet owes you our thanks for what you did for the city today. As well as an apology. Your concerns about the Terramorphs, well, consider them validated.
Thank you, ma'am.
No, you two were in the right. I only wish we could have acted sooner. Now, after today's events, the Cabinet has decided to revisit its previous decision. We will be supporting your collection of the Terramorph data from the archives, as well as a subsequent investigation into the nature of these attacks. But to accomplish those goals, we're going to need the right people in the right places. As such, the Cabinet has authorized me to reinstate you, Hadrian, effective immediately, to your former rank of Major. As soon as we've got the data in hand, we want you investigating these attacks and how to stop them. Will you do this?
Yes. Yes, ma'am. I'd be honored.
Excellent. But as you've both made clear, for such an investigation to succeed first, we're going to need someone to convince the Freestar Collective and House Varun to play ball. Someone who knows precisely the sorts of dangers the colonies and all the galaxy are facing right now. The Cabinet wants you, Captain, to be that representative. We do. In exchange, we're willing to fast-track your citizenship upon collection of the data. So, will you help us? I'm glad to hear it. Now, we, of course, won't be sending you in without Deputy McIntyre in the Office of Interstellar Affairs will be your guide on gaining access to the archives. You should be able to find her in her office, and on behalf of the whole of the United Colony.
Losing anyone in the line of duty is a tragedy. These attacks,
There are so many different
they
groups
can't
across the
happen
civil
again.
systems. I'm gonna go check in.
Chief Yassine, these orders can't be... Yes. Yes, sir. Consider it done. That must make you my Vanguard captain. Welcome to... I heard you were instrumental in... I was also told the President wants us to get you into the Armistice Archives ASAP. Access to the archives is only granted in cases of dire emergence. UC. Free. Now, the UC is already on board, so that means we'll need to convince two people. The ambassadors of the Freestar Collective and House Varun to hand over their code. Get them both and you'll have your data. But that's a lot easier said than done. It won't be. Both ambassadors have reasons they won't or can't. Now, I'll provide guidance on how we believe you can acquire each code, but ultimately, it'll be up to you. And I do mean cooperate. Threats? Though that doesn't mean we can't. But it does mean we need to get you up to speed on who you're dealing. Who do you want to start with? Ambassador Radcliffe of Freestar or Ambassador Balmore of House Ah, the good Ambassador Radcliffe. She's a veteran. Now, officially, our office is suggesting you use your experiences as a member of the military and with the threat we're facing. And who knows? Maybe that'll work. But my suspicion is we're going to have to rely on other tools. Huh. Well, if that's the case, I'll wait to be pleasantly surprised. UC Intelligence has a recording device planted in the ambassador's living quarters, which we suspect you can use to your advantage. But getting caught trespassing is a quick way to land yourself in an embassy holding cell. So, if you are going to try and act, report suggests there's a disgruntled staff member you might be able to pump for intel. Maybe even convince to work. All right. Here, your Ambassador Balmore's. When the rest of he's since lent his support to a small number of archival requests, so there's Real hope, though claiming to know how a member of House Varun thinks is a quick way to earn. Of course. But there is... We're not 100% sure Balmore's actually still alive. His public appearances were always rare. But it's been... Scans of the facility show life signs, but not the kind we were expecting. Your task is to find him and I have no doubt. Now, the embassy front. Here. This device should get you all the way down to the embassy interior. Once you're inside, though, finding the ambassador is going... And fair warning, we received a report that alarms might have been tripped inside the embassy during the attacks. Watch out for automated security in there. Now, if you have additional questions or require clearance, I'd suggest you start with Ambassador Radcliffe. Approach her while the attack is still fresh in her and her staff's mind. Be smart out there, Captain.
Keeping the skies safe out there?
Captain, do you require my assistance?
Yes, you need me? Finally, I've been...
Hi. Please disregard. I attempted an informal...
What have you got for me?
But I am... dissatisfied with the results.
Until next time.
I'm up for a little adventure.
What? Oh, sorry, just...
Bulk items may require multiple levels of approval. Welcome to UC Distrib... Oh, well, certainly. Back to it then.
Yes, that is all. Very well.